This is the first day of the Chinese New Year. Here is one of the three most important temples in Shanghai. It has a history of over 1,700 years. People come early, some arrived before midnight because they believe being the first to pray in the new year will win them special favor from Buddha. There are so many people here, way more than previous years, because in the past there was an entrance fee. This year, they decided to make it free at the last minute. I knew it would be crowded, but I did not expect so many people here. This looks quite crazy. I really do not want to join them, but I'm already here. Most of the people here are native. I guess it will take about an hour to get into the temple. Once I'm in the queue, I cannot walk backward. The good thing is people are moving quickly, and it's a sunny day. It's quite warm under the sun. I haven't seen such a big crowd since the pandemic. Now all the COVID restrictions have already been lifted. Everything has returned to normal for over a year, but many people are still wearing masks. It really took me an hour to finally see the entrance of the temple. Religion in China is the fusion of Buddhism and Taoism. Like in one of the most famous ancient novels, Journey to the West, the ruler of heaven is a Taoist god, but he asks Buddha for help when the Monkey King defeats his army. Most Chinese are not very religious people. We do not know the details of either religion. When there is a temple, we go inside and pray. It's that simple. It is a tradition to offer incense to Buddha, deity, or ancestors. Other common offers are flower, fruit, pastry, or money. Many deities in China were historical figures who turned into deities after they died. For instance, Guan Gong, one of the gods of wealth, was a general in early 200 CE. Actually, any well-known, capable person could be worshipped as a deity. For example, statues have already been made for this guy, like a Buddha. Most people here buy their incense from the temple, $3 for 3. To avoid accidents, incense burning inside the house is not permitted. So everyone lit their incense outside and pray first. There is no consensus regarding the specific direction one should pray to, so we pray to all directions to make sure Buddha can hear us. Discarded incense is thrown in a designated area. Some people also throw large pieces of paper into the fire. These are money used in the other worlds. We believe burning items is a way to transport them to heaven or the underworld. This is also how we give money or stuffs to our deceased family members. Tossing coins into incense burners is a traditional activity in temples. It's believed to bring good luck if successfully done. It is not easy, but there is no rule that says how many times you can try. People really love it because it is very entertaining. Look at the young man in front of the camera. Despite the short distance, he failed 5 attempts and gave up. Most people really need more exercise doing this. I guess that's why some crazy guys throw coins into plane engine. Now it's time to pray directly to Buddha. There are many statues here. Most people do not recognize all of them. I heard people arguing over some Buddha's name. Most Chinese are not very religious people. We only visit temples several times a year, like in New Year or when we need some favor from Buddha. In tradition, a monk's life is very boring. They get up before sunrise, study scripts, work, consume a diet consists of only vegetables and eggs, and retire to bed early. But now, being a monk is just a job, a very popular, high-paying job. Many temples like Shaolin Monastery are profit-oriented businesses. They are just the Chinese version of Disneyland. Since monks do not eat meat, temples are often good at cooking vegan food. This temple is no exception. It has a supermarket that sells all kinds of vegan snacks. This is an old, densely populated community. Most of the small businesses here are owned by migrants. They usually go back to their hometown for New Year. Some shops are still open, like this restaurant. It's still selling breakfast like normal. But they do not have business. Not so many people on the street. Most people won't get up early on holiday. Here is a grocery shop. It will close for 10 days. In tradition, New Year celebration will last 15 days. But rent is high. Many businesses cannot afford to close for so long. Those buildings on the left-hand side of the street were built in early 1980s. These Soviet-style low-cost apartment buildings are still very common in China. One problem with these six-floor buildings is they do not have elevators. Our population is aging quickly. A large percentage of residents here are old people. Many of them have problems climbing up stairs. Fruit demand is always high during holiday, so fruit shops definitely won't close. All of them are well stocked and open in the morning. They will be very busy throughout the holiday. This shopping mall uses dragon and lion dance to attract customers. I think they are still practicing, because the mall is not open yet. You may have noticed the lions do not look like real lions. That's because lions are not native to China. Some reached China as early as the 1st century as gifts to the emperor. Most people in Asian China never got to see a real one. Dragon is a type of beast from Chinese mythology. Our state media this year just decided the Chinese dragon should be long in English instead of dragon, so it will not be associated with Western image of a vicious and fire-breathing beast. In New Year, when we greet each other, we often say 恭喜发财, which means hope you get rich. We don't really mean it though. No one wants others to be rich. In Chinese culture, there are at least 9 gods of wealth. They are very popular gods and have temples dedicated to them. These temples are always very crowded. In Shanghai, people honor gods of wealth with firecrackers on the 5th day of New Year. But in recent years, firecrackers are banned in city center. So now Lunar New Year is very quiet, does not have the vibe anymore. Here is one of the gods of wealth. He has a big gold ingot in his hand. Tourist attractions are already very crowded. Tradition is people celebrate New Year festival in their hometown, socializing with extended family. Now many people hate this tradition, especially young people. They do not want to be interrogated by their relatives. Where do you work? How much do you earn? Why you are still not married? But no one expected so many tourists. It's not just Shanghai. All the tourist attractions in the country are already full of people. Economy is not very good, future is uncertain, and the hotels are most expensive at this time of the year. So who are these people? It's a mystery. We love old Shanghai. After China's defeat in the First Opium War in mid-19th century, foreign powers got control of Shanghai. A small village soon turned into a modern city, industry center and a trading port. Some architecture from this semi-colonial time are well preserved to today. The Bund and the former French concession are known for these old European-style buildings. Many people have quite complex feeling here. On the one hand, this part of the history is humiliating. Our public were pissed off when a company used the word French concession in its advertisement. On the other hand, this is when the city became great. People love these buildings because they are the symbol of the good old days. This street was just made popular by a TV show. The story is about business on this street in last century. Tourists come to take pictures of old buildings here and try food people eat in the show. Not very healthy kind. This is Lunar New Year in Shanghai. Thanks for watching. 恭喜发财. I hope you get rich.